An even day yesterday has us sitting pretty as we enter Thursday Night Football. Hey there, everybody. It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets, of course. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Thursday morning and kicking off your day with me here as we're one step closer to the weekend. We're giving out free sports picks every single day here. Let's go ahead and recap yesterday, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys some bets for today's action. As you guys can see right there, yesterday we went 4-5 and down 0.03 units. So basically yesterday we did all that excitement, all that fun, and all that heartbreak just to be pretty much even on the day. What went our way and what didn't? Well, we went to that EFL Cup action again. We took Brighton to score in both halves. They got 2 goals in the first half, and then they just turned it off. If you sat there and look at the stats, they had about 60% possession in the first half, and then in the second half, they only had about 45%. And with them playing at home without watching that game, that basically tells me that they went into the halftime up 2-0, and then they just gave away possession and they just kind of worked on their shape and did that for the second half, was really just kind of just continue to work on their shape on the defensive end. So really unfortunate, because if they would have stayed on that front foot, had north of 50% possession, near that 60% possession that they had in that first half, they would have gotten a goal in that second half. So really unfortunate right there. Chelsea on that halftime, full-time, that one did not come through for us right there, as Chelsea not only did not win the game, but they were also not leading by halftime, so that was just a loser all the way around. I'm kicking myself a little bit for not going under 2.5. It was a touch juicy, if I recall. Maybe that's why I believe I stayed away from it, but I should have gone back to the well with Chelsea under 2.5, so I think I am kicking myself a little bit right there. We did get a win, though, in Wolves versus Tottenham over 2.5 goals. How about a nice first half cash? Yeah, we looked at those two lineups and knew that there was going to be goals in that game. Didn't know it was going to cash in the first half, but it did feel good to have that research pay off nice and early and get us a nice good plus money cash in the first half. Chelsea-Leicester, Moneyline Parlay. Again, Leicester went ahead and won their game, but because Chelsea did not win their game, the parlay crashed. But we were really good in that Leicester game, though. We took Leicester to win to 0. That was a big win for us there at plus 170. So a big win there for Leicester on the win to 0. And then we stayed relatively hot on picking out goal scorers that are going to happen in these games, as Iheanacho went ahead and got an anytime goal. So you guys remember we got 2 of them on Tuesday's show with Origi and Minamino. Went ahead and dipped right back into that same market with Iheanacho yesterday, and he came through for us there late in that game. Made us sweat, but he came through for us late in that game, so that was nice to see right there. Then ahead, we had a couple baseball plays. We did. I knew the Yankees were going to win that game. Trying to make the odds work on that game was tough because even the run line was still really juicy. So I thought that they were going to be able to score first. If you looked at the starting pitchers on yesterday's game, Kluber had been outstanding in the first 2 innings. And Hearn yesterday has really struggled in the first inning, improved in the second inning, but he was just really bad so far this season in the first inning. So I thought the Yankees were not only going to win the game, but I thought they could go ahead and score first. And at plus money, I went ahead and liked that bet. But yeah, they won the game, but they did not score in the first inning. So that was a loser. But the Giants did go ahead and complete the series win up against the Padres, 3-game series, and they won the first 2 games. So got a nice sweat-free cash right there, as we don't even have to sweat the rubber match in that game or in that series today, as they went ahead and got a nice wins there in the first 2. So we went 4-5, but because we make good bets here on the show, all of our wins, though, Wolves-Tottenham was at plus money at plus 112. Leicester win to 0 was at plus 170. Iheanacho to score was at plus 110. And the Giants to win that series was at plus 105. So that's how you can have a losing record, but basically be even on the day, is we put in good bets here on the show, and we like to put in good bets, of course, and we like to be profitable. We'll look to be profitable on today's show. We're still sitting good, as you guys can see right there, at plus 5.8 units on the week. All right, let's go ahead now and get on into today's action. Pumped for today's action right here. I've already given you a couple of these bets here in this Panthers-Texans game, but I want to talk about a teaser. I've thought about doing a teaser. I think the most logical teaser, if you're going to put one in, is Panthers, going ahead and teasing that down to about -2, and then also teasing that under down with it, because you could give the Texans more points, but I think the more probable outcome is the Panthers win the game, as opposed to the Texans not getting blown out. You're getting a rookie quarterback here in Davis Mills. They could get blown out. They could certainly keep it competitive, and I'm not putting it past the Texans for keeping it competitive. But the more likely scenario to me is that they have the potential to get blown out, as opposed to the Panthers not losing. There's not a whole lot of people that are picking the Texans tonight. So I think if you were to go ahead and tease that Panthers down to -2, that looks like a pretty good bet. And then teasing that under down with it or the teasing the over down with it. So maybe getting that over, down into the 30s or low 40s, I think is a good play. I don't have that bet. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. The reason I didn't is I wanted to bet Texans team total under 17.5. After I finished doing the research and feeling comfortable with that bet, it dropped to 16.5, and that was enough to go ahead and put me off on that. So maybe I do come back and go ahead and bet that teaser a little bit later on. Again, teasing that Panthers spread down and then going ahead and also dropping the total, but then taking the over. So look for me on Twitter if I go ahead and pull the trigger on that. The other one I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on is Joey Sly, the kicker there for the Panthers. His over 1.5 made extra points, not field goals this time, over 1.5 PATs made at minus 130. I like that. I think Panthers are getting 2 touchdowns, right? You guys think Panthers are getting 2 touchdowns with me, right? I think so. I think they can get 2 touchdowns on this Texans team. I think they can get those 2 touchdowns relatively easy. So his over-under is at 1.5 for point after touchdowns at minus 130. I think I may go ahead and add that. So I don't have anything to add to it right now. Still going through it. As you guys know, we already have Mark Ingram over 8.5 rushes at minus 145. And we have Dan Arnold over 21.5 receiving yards at plus 104. Just look for me on Twitter if I go ahead and add those other 2 to it. The baseball play, I went ahead and already tweeted out last night. We're taking Dodgers, Phillies, Moneyline Parlay at minus 104 over at DraftKings. What do we like about this? Well, what don't we like about this? There's a whole lot to like about this one here. Max Scherzer's on the mound for the Dodgers. I mean, that's relatively enough said. I went ahead and looked at his game log just because I've remembered vaguely, damn, Scherzer's been, kicking ass lately. Yeah, if you go ahead and look up his game log, it's like the last 4, maybe the last 5 games, can't quite recall. That was late last night when I was kind of doing these research and making these bets. He's gone 4 or 5 games without even getting up a run. I mean, that's the kind of stretch Max Scherzer's in right now. Not even giving up a run in 4 or 5 straight outings. That's impressive stuff right there. Don't care who they're going up against. They're going up against the Rockies. I could really care less. We know the Rockies have a terrible bullpen. They're starting Freeland on the mound. But this is obviously a play on Max Scherzer. And then parlaying them with the Phillies, they're getting their ace on the mound, Aaron Nola, and they're going up against the Pirates. Aaron Nola's in a good little stretch. So, yeah, I mean, taking 2 aces and getting it basically at even money, and one opponent's the Rockies and one opponent's the Pirates, that's a no-brainer parlay. Let's just hope. Let's hope baseball can be cool to us and we can get a good result in baseball and get a nice 1-0 cash in baseball. And we'll do that one at minus 104 over DraftKings. The other bet I want to get for you guys is I want to go over to Serie for today's soccer bet and look at Torino versus Lazio. I'm taking Ciro Immobile, anytime goal scorer at plus 105. Talked to you guys about how we've been running a little hot streak here on finding goal scorers that have been finding the back of the net. Well, no better player to ride than Ciro Immobile, and you're getting him at plus money. I absolutely love that. Plus money, I'm rolling with this guy all the time. I mean, all this guy does is score goals. This guy is leading the Golden Boot every year in Serie A practically. This guy is amazing. He's scored in this head-to-head fixture against Torino. He's found the back of the net in 4 of the last 5 games. Again, all this guy does is score, and you get the added benefit that he takes the PKs for this team too. So I love that right there. If it comes down to a penalty being awarded to Lazio, you know Immobile is going to be the one that's going to go ahead and take that spot kick. So love that right there. Plus money. Yeah, this to me should not be at plus money. That's how automatic this guy is. Doesn't mean he's guaranteed to score. This is no lock. This is no guaranteed play. But if you know anything about soccer, you know how this guy consistently finds the back of the net. And at plus money, oh yeah, I'm rolling all day long with Immobile, anytime goal scorer right there. So that's how we'll do it on today's show, guys. We'll go ahead and take Mark Ingram over 8.5 rushes at minus 145. We'll go ahead and take Dan Arnold over 21.5 receiving yards at plus 104. Take that Dodgers Phillies Moneyline Parlay at minus 104. Go ahead and take Ciro Immobile, anytime goal scorer at plus 105. And then the last one here is one that I tweeted out yesterday. Take Bayern's team total over 3.5 goals at plus 102. They got 7 last week against another newbie that was new to the Bundesliga, and they put 7 past them. They're in second to last place in the Bundesliga. They're playing a team on Friday that is dead last, and they are also new to the Bundesliga. So, yeah, they put 7 past their opponent last week. I think they're going to destroy this one. This newbie is playing worse than the newbie that they destroyed this past weekend. Remember, we got a cash in that one. We took Bayern to win to 0. Easy winner right there as they won 7-0. I think they'll do more of the exact same to this opponent right here. New to the Bundesliga. Bayern is the best team on the planet by far. Love taking Bayern, and at plus money, I know 4 goals is a lot, but it's not a lot of goals for Bayern. and there's not a lot of goals when you're going up against another newbie in the Bundesliga. So that is one play that I tweeted out yesterday right there. So I'll go ahead and take Bayern's team total to go ahead and round out today's card. Otherwise, guys, just look for me on Twitter. Let's look for me on Twitter. Let's see if Immobile can't go ahead and find the back of the net, and then maybe add either the teaser or maybe add Joey Sly, his PAT over right there. So just look for me on Twitter. Otherwise, guys, enjoy your Thursday. Come back on tomorrow's show. We've got a big one on slate there. We'll go ahead and give you the weekend Premier League bets. Go ahead and give you any NASCAR plays that we have, and then we'll also roll out some additional NFL plays for Week 3. All right, guys, have a great Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.